And welcome back, everybody. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We're here with Joachim von Gratz, who is our weird doctor dude.
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Looks like drowners to me. It ain't no thing. Come on, just crit him and kill him already. What the hell is that thing? Water hag. I hate water hags. We're just gonna go all. Oh, damn, that hurt. Okay, we're not gonna go all out. Crap. Huh. That's what you get for charging me, chump. Stupid water hag. Let's drink some swallow. Let's swallow some swallow. Now. Was there anything in here of the lootable variety? No. Yes, actually, we'll take that vial. And some spirits, yep, that's good. And no, we don't need another vial, one is good enough. Why are we not tracking the right quest? That's another thing that we should probably be doing. Nope. 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 Yes. Well, it looks like more drowners. I love critical hits. They're so good.
Where to now? Up.
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla. How's it look? Give it to me straight. No sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobrenz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
That is pretty bad.
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Alright, let's go see this corpse, I guess. I think it's mortuary time. I don't want to take the ladder. I've already got enough stuff in my inventory. Oh, you mean just climb it.
Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastone. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
That's
Is it
gotta
you?
be him.
This one's a she. Remember, beards are no indicator of gender amongst dwarves.
A dwarf, but the hands. Not a carpenter's. A banker's, more likely. Calluses.
This
on the
guy.
fingers, sawdust in the beard. Clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
I do
Not
not.
a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's start with the torso.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out. Wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Ew. Really? No gloves? I would wear gloves. What is that?
Egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
Hmm.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Check the scar, why
Look
not?
at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Fair enough. Open his abdomen.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Why? once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Let's examine something else. Let's go with his genitals. I don't know why, but it sounds like a good place to start.
We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Ah, yes. Alright, legs it is.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
I thought it was funny.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
That's right. So hands. Let's go with hands.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Alright, let's go with his head.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Let's examine the eye sockets.
Burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
That's gruesome.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Oh man, that sucks. Look in his mouth.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
His larynx has been cut.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Wow, that's rough. Let's look at something else. Alright, I know enough. That's it.
Alright, think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
This was a punishment.
Sure of one thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could possibly merit it?
Only the murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her. It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And
Hello.
I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Can I kill him? Ooh, I take it you two know each other.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
This should be both, really.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found?
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace, the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people?
Hello.
I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As
You look like a schmuck.
wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
That would be okay with me.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
That'd be super helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let us go. That is a cool little lantern thing. On his chest there. I like that. I want one. Looks dangerous though. What if it turns and lights you on fire? Nathaniel, who is he?
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job.
Could have told me you knew the coroner.
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Fair enough. I won't press you on it.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
That's what our goal is now, to hunt down killers, which is good because this particularly sick killer hurt one of our friends. I don't like that. Hello, Eustace.
You, Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Whoa, what is wrong with your face?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No eyes, no heart, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
Collected other advice of those
One of
injuries?
them. So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's
That
best
is
left
something I
unsaid.
don't want to hear about. You searched him?
You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Wow. I'd advise you not to piss me off.
I'd advise you not to anger me, or you'll get an inside tour of the crematory.
Touch me, the guys will be hiding your ass for your count of free.
To save a little shit like you? Doubt it.
These clever lads, more cleverer than you. They know Eustace, know they want me on their side. 'Cause you'll all die one day, and then I'll decide where your body winds up. A grave, the crematorium, or elsewhere.
$200, fine, whatever.
That hard up for coin? Fine. Have some. Now talk. What did you find on him?
Triflings, baubles, gloss beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing as silly as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We sure
Oh.
wenches in this town.
Hit him.
Boy, fucking hell, what was that for?
For everything.
You definitely deserve to get hit in the face, you schmuck. I wish I could kill you. Alright, we talked to Eustace, he's an asshole. It's alright people, I need to push you out of the way again, I went the wrong way. Where are the two places? So it wants us to go to either one of these. Let's go to the wood cover place first. I think that's this one. Actually, if it's leading us to this one, maybe we should do the Priscilla one first. We'll go this way. Hello, horse and henchman. Oh. Why are you screaming as I just jumped over the ledge? It's not a big deal. Lots of people can jump over the edge.
Human. Priscilla's.
I'm gonna read that in a second.
A brazier. This time of year.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
What are you doing, townsman?
Come on.
Ow. Shit, I was blocking the wrong direction. Oh, damn. I died. I don't even know why these guys are attacking me. They're level 16, that means they're almost on par with me. But there's two of them, so that kind of sucks, and I wasn't really ready for a fight. I really should have been, though. It seems everywhere I go I get punched. It is the standard operating procedure as a Witcher in Novigrad. I wonder how far back I am now. I hope I don't have to talk to that stupid guy again. That would be annoying. Or I hope I'm not in the sewers again. If I'm in the sewers or whatever, I'll just jump cut. Whoa. Oh, right. I plugged my phone in. Go away. I'm trying to play the game. Thank you. So why is loading taking so long? We already did Eustace. Okay, so it's just a quick run back. Alright, let's go find these people again. I should just draw my sword. I wonder if I can. I don't think I'm allowed to. I think in the punching scenes, you're not allowed to use a weapon. How do I get back to that alley? I think it's up here. Alright. Concerned sermon.
A brazier. This time of year. Human. Priscilla's. A brazier. This time of year.
How am I to know?
A
Watch him, see
brazier.
what he does.
This time of year.
Is there 3 of them this time? Alright, time to fight some more dudes. Ow. Whoa. Alright, one guy left.
Son of a whore.
Huh. There we go.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my
You're
brother
idiots.
went in here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Are you and Priscilla friends?
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry
That's
to hear that.
really sad,
Could
actually.
be worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You know that, don't you?
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Well, farewell.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
It'd be nice to not get punched in the face while I'm looking for clues. Thanks.
Oh, the head's ringing.
A brazier. This time of year?
No, not that one. Do the formaldehyde one again.
That's not your stomping ground.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Anything else glowing? Just that letter. Let's take a look at it. Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul. Not even shape-shifting dopplers can hide from its light. Not even witches and sorceresses so adept at fooling the common folk. Not the loose women who walk the streets and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon then the treacherous and immoral magic arcane. Cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts, and the eternal fire will expose you. And the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. I can speak. There's something else here. What's this?
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Alright, we're done here. Let's move on. Might as well take some swallow, because we are a little bit hurt. What's going on now?
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim.
I'm
Told me
busy
to
at the
say
moment.
The main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Okay, first up, I'm gonna deal with this thing.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll set me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer. Looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming creatures.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft. Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raised his fighting dogs. bought these 2 mitts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
I imagine you would. So you are...
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
Those are big dogs.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Did your brother have any enemies?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
It was Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he'd grab the purse and head out whoring. To following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back.
Oh.
Quietly in her sleep. Her pawn said a fever took her.
Know much about the murder?
Tell me what you know about the murder. In order. In detail.
It was like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. Do they care about some dwarf?
Oh. That's so racist. Let's go.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Those are huge dogs. Let me save. Thank you.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
That's locked. We're not going in there. That's a nothing of importance. Oh, there's something on here. Another concerned citizen's sermon. Well, this is getting suspicious now. Remember, good people, that fire can both be blessing and a curse. Fire can warm with its flames. Fire can prepare our nourishment. Fire can drive off the horrors of the dark. Yet fire can also scorch, burn, and incinerate. That is why we must live in harmony with the eternal fire and its commandments. Whoever fails to heed its lessons, whoever lies in ignorance of it, whoever mocks it, the same shall lose his life in its flames. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds. Alright then. Oh, we're not done here apparently. There's yet more. Well, I mean, you're just gonna give me some crafting supplies. Who am I to deny that? Oh, it's a runestone. Alright. I want to go inside.
Go inside the workshop.
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
That would be good. There might be something very important in there. Alright, what do we got in here? Something.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
I would probably say not.
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Alright, we're back to talk to the coroner again. Thank you for your help. Goodbye, puppy. Good luck guarding the house. To be fair, a huge dog like that should have no problem at all guarding the house. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Another quest item. A sermon again. Some religious fanatic, I think, is what's going on here.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Your doors are very oddly explosive. Hello.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with.
I don't even know who that is, really.
Spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Excellent. I plan to kill everything in the way. You and von Gratz didn't get along. Why?
By the way, you and von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242. A senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past.
Ooh, oops.
Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
You look a little young to be von Gratz's teacher.
How old's von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
I think that is not true. Here's the victim. Actually, you know what? We're going to stop here. We're going to do another video right away after this one. So I'm going to end this one here. Like always, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.